Hey ladies, it's Christina. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a while, been busy and some computer troubles. But here is Baby Fever Part 2. In this one I will be going over books and classes that I did before and, well, pretty much after I had my son. First off, the books that I have read or and continue to do. The first is Baby Sign Language Basics. I haven't really started this one with my son yet because he's only 9 months old, but it goes over like blankets, blue, banana, bath, just different words and letters and such on and so forth. Baby sign language is actually supposed to help develop the baby's mind and can actually make them become a baby genius and makes them smarter as they get older. And then another one is Why Should I Nurse My Baby? It goes over the good parts between breast milk and formula, does this pros and cons. Sadly enough, I wasn't able to breastfeed my son. He wouldn't latch on, and being as I had an emergency C-section, my breast milk didn't come in until a week after I left the hospital. So my son had to go on formula and he got used to the bottle. Another one, The Girlfriend's Guide to Pregnancy. I never read this one because, well, I was a wife, not a girlfriend. But from what I was told, this is a really good book. Check it out. There's another one. It's called Magical Beginnings, Enchanted Lives. This one was actually given to me, so there's not a cover on it. But you can find it at Barnes & Nobles for 15 bucks. It's another really good book to read. These are pretty much to help you get through your pregnancy. It goes through exercise, crowning, the different stages, birthing experience, stuff like that. It's really informational. I did read this one though. Another one, The Panic-Free Pregnancy. This is a godsend for those who have or having trouble, like an OBGYN separates facts from food, exercise, traveling, pets, coffee, medicines, and other concerns you have when you're expecting. I read this one time and time again. This was God sent to me. Another thing, if your husband is an E2, E3, I would try and go and sign up for WIC. That was absolutely amazing. We're still on WIC, and so far WIC has saved us over $5,000. We don't always need it, but it's there for you. And if you're planning to breastfeed through your pregnancy, you'll continue to get your milk, bread, eggs, cheese, beans, what have you. And then once the baby's born, if you're gonna breastfeed, then you continue with those. If not, then they give you the baby checks for formula, his rice, and then when he hits 6 months, they start giving you formula and baby foods. But they don't always give you enough, so you're gonna have to buy your own, which my son is now stage 3, and we still have to get stage 1 and 2. So they're kind of like snacks for them. And then here soon, when my son turns 1 in June, he will be getting what's called the big kid checks, where they get the milk, eggs, cereal, and so on. He won't get formula and baby food anymore. Another thing while you're pregnant to start doing, which I recommend, is called centering. Your midwife or your doctor will actually recommend it to you. I wasn't able to go through all the classes, but they have different stages. And this is my book that I had. There is 10 sessions. Each of them are either once a month or twice a month. You go over birthing process, your birth plan, dealing with discomforts in pregnancy, relaxation measures, stuff like that can help you. And each session you go in, you get your baby's heart rate and the measurement from your stomach, which is actually really nice to get because you always want to know your baby's heartbeat and how he or she's doing. So, and then another one that you'll get when you go to your first prenatal checkup is a pregnancy and childbirth If they don't give this to you, ask for it. It pretty much goes through all your stages, what you're going to expect, what each of your visits will be, what will be done, like your heart rate or a vaginal ultrasound. Those are really nice. My husband went to all of my appointments with me, which was actually really nice because he got to experience all the heart rate or heartbeat and everything like I did. So try and go to, if you're on Miramar, they have what's called baby budgeting class. They go through everything you're going to go through: diapers, clothes, cribs, things that couponing, how you can save money. At the end of the class, you get a big tote, like a bag full of clothes, bibs, bottles. You also get a handmade blanket, a crochet blanket that the older women on base actually make for the newborns. That was actually a very, very fun class. I learned a lot in that. And you get a lot of free things through that too. Oh, excuse me. Exercising during pregnancy. I highly, highly recommend prenatal yoga and yoga afterwards to help strengthen your body and get you ready for labor and delivery. I had a prenatal and pregnancy DVD and book, which I actually just gave to one of my girlfriends who is husband stationed at Pendleton. I've known her way before the whole military situation, so she's a real close friend of mine. But I do recommend yoga. I never took any of the birthing classes because I really didn't think I needed. My midwife and my nurses were very key on helping me through that, even though I never really needed it because I ended up in emergency C-section, which I hope and pray no one has to go through. The healing process afterwards is tough. Things that what I also recommend. Excuse me here, I'm trying to get all my paperwork settled here. If you have marriage problems after the baby's born, it's gonna happen. Me and my husband just recently went through it. But now that my baby, our son is 9 months old, we're able to connect more and go and do things because he's not so clingy, so needy, and he's starting to really go on baby food, so he's not having to be fed by a bottle. So we don't really trust babysitters, but thank God we have close family near us. What else? There are classes you can take to help with your marriage, but those cost money, and I know not all military families are rich, so we pretty much go by what we need or what we can live without. My thing is, I recommend is if you're having problems with him before and after the pregnancy, just sit down and talk with him. He may look like you're talking to a brick wall, but eventually it'll get through to him. What else? Your birth plan. What you want done. They won't really ask you for it, but you can go online and put one together, or towards the end they'll give you like a big old packet and there'll be one hidden in there. I never really had to use it. I just told them what I wanted when I went into my labor and delivery room. So look into that. If you have to Google it, I mean, all means do that. Also, I want to talk about your labor and delivery bag, what to bring with you. For the mom, for yourself, you're going to want to bring your going home outfit. What I did is I actually brought pajamas, something comfortable, and slippers and a lot of pair of socks. I brought like 3 or 4 pairs of socks. I brought my own pads and everything, but when you're at the hospital, they'll give you a whole bunch of them. So you really want